everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and you can find us on YouTube at Joey143Jenny. And so I'm back with napkins today to get them all sorted out so I can get them out of my inventory, so to speak, get them off of my shelf and get them packaged up to get rid of them. So what I'm going to do is similar to what I did with the cards. I'm just going to quickly make piles with them. Probably piles of 10. Get them all set out. And I don't know, I might put extras in them as well, just to kind of get through them. Because I really want to lessen this load. So, whoops, sorry about that. All right, so I'm trying a new camera position. I'm really sorry about all of the mess with the camera and the way it's videoing. I really have tried so many different things. I've reached out to YouTube, Samsung. I went into the store to ask them. Evidently, whatever the style is I have is not compatible with the type of editing that needs to be done. And YouTube no longer provides that type of support for that. So, so I think what's going to happen is I'm going to need to get a new phone to be able to continue on, which is okay, really, in the fact that I've had this phone for a little while, and just recently, like 2 weeks ago, I cracked the screen on the phone a little bit, and that's so unusual for me because I'm gentle with my phone, and I don't really do anything that's, you know, exerts to where phone would be flying. But somehow I dropped it, and it hit a vent, one of our floor vents, and there's a little turn dial on the floor vent that you can open and close the vent, and it hit that turn dial just perfectly to where it broke the screen. It just punctured the screen. So I think these are looking pretty just in themselves, but you know, together. I think it'd be fun to, if you were doing a tea and everybody had a different napkin, it'd be kind of fun. So I was thinking that there might be 10 in each pile, but I kind of have a feeling there's going to be more. And I might divide these by littles, these little cocktail napkins, which, you know, this one I absolutely love. Cocktail napkins, divide it between those and the dinner size napkins. And then we have the guest towel type napkins. So I can't really decide yet what I want to do. I want to make sure it's a big enough bundle, you know, for whoever gets these to enjoy some napkins if they haven't purchased napkins yet. This would give them a really good start. So anyways, we did have some snow yesterday, overnight. Absolutely beautiful. I think we got about somewhere between 5 and 7 inches, and we live out on a little bit of land, and so the county comes through and takes care of trees near any power lines. And I'm very thankful for that, because a lot of my friends on Facebook were showing where their power lines were affected and they have no electricity. And they have fallen trees, which we did have. Our cherry tree did split and a limb fall. And then I saw that there were a few small limbs down. That snow looked awfully heavy. So it doesn't surprise me one bit about that. Okay, I'm going to have to reach here for a couple more. I'm going to go ahead. You know, as I went through, I didn't have really a lot of Christmas ones. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Christmas ones in these piles. Joey ran to the grocery store for us real quick, so I thought, well, while he's gone, maybe I can get a video in, and we'll spend the evening together. As I mentioned on a couple of my other videos, I'm preparing. It takes me a little while to do this. I'm preparing to do a junk journal with a peacock theme, and so I had found a couple of embroidery pieces, very old embroidery pieces, to put in the journal, and one of them is not completely finished. And to be quite honest, I kind of like it that way, but the lady or person who had began the process of embroidering this peacock, oh man, has done a beautiful job. Tiny little embroidery stitches. So what I've been doing is adding a few stitches here and there just to add a little bit of color to kind of coordinate with the colors of the journal that I'm making. And let me put some of these back. But I don't want to do the entire journal because I don't know, I like that print that you ironed on back then. Okay, so I'm just going to stack these, and then, because I'm afraid they're going to start falling over and getting each in their own way here in a minute. So we'll stack those, and then I'll go on to the next one. Anyways, so I've been working on that a little bit, but I want to call it quits on that because I don't want to do too much. I kind of just love the imagination that you can, in your mind, determine what color that peacock is and all the beautiful feathers. So I'll be showing that as well at some point. I'll just set these aside. And now let's go through these big ones and get as many done as possible. And if I have enough room here. And I still kind of have a mess on the dining room table with sewing. I need to get that cleaned up. That's where I was going to do this because I thought it would give me more room. I do need to get that cleaned up because we're having my husband's son over for a birthday dinner tomorrow. And there won't be anywhere to eat dinner. So I'll get that cleaned up so that we can sit around the table. All right, well, I've got 9 there. I'm going to see if I can poke one right there for 10. 10 piles. I think I'm going to just pop these down on the floor. That way I'm not falling over them. Sorry about that crinkling sound. It can be a little annoying / satisfying if it's in the right context. If you take these little bags and you sew them into a journal in between pages, they're fun. But they can be annoying when you're trying to get something out of a package. Okay. Oh, these are those vintage ones. So hard to get rid of. Am I going to get rid of them? Do I have 10? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I have 10. So let's do it. Let someone else try to enjoy these too. I love them so much. This is the one that I think if you watched any of the other videos, this napkin does not repeat its image on all 4 panels. So that's super fun. It'd be great Mod Podged onto a big canvas for your kitchen or, excuse me, your sunroom or something like that. This one also is very pretty. Has a lot of different images on it for you to tear up if you want, or just one complete image. You know, you could also, one of the gifts I gave my mother-in-law for her birthday or Mother's Day is I decoupaged. I got a cute little birdhouse at Hobby Lobby. Okay, this one I'm going to have to set aside because I don't have 10 of those yet. But I got a cute wooden birdhouse at Hobby Lobby, and I decoupaged some beautiful paper on it that coordinated with her house. You could easily, probably easier, do that with napkin because it's so thin. I mean, you could do it, you could just get a plaque, or you could get like they make those boxes, like a jewelry box or a little this and that box, you know. That would be super cute as a gift. If you didn't, you know, if you felt like the wood grain showed through it too much, you could do a quick white coat paint of it. But I love the texture that the napkin and Mod Podge leaves. You could even do this over a book. Let's say you are a student, you're going to school, and you have a spiral notebook or whatever. Even like your little folder, you know, they keep your papers and things in. Sorry, I hit that. You could Mod Podge over that and totally design your own spiral notebook or your own folder. Okay, so we're almost done. I've only got a few more to do. We'll wrap it up. I hear Joey in the kitchen. He's back from the grocery store. I love that he goes to the grocery store because I hate going to the grocery store. Look at that. We finished one. So I'm always super grateful. He always says I owe him one. Good thing he's not keeping track how many I owe. Probably goes for me. I don't even know. I can't even tell you how often. Sometimes I'll go. I'm a spontaneous buyer, though. But what I like to do, my daughter has really emphasized this in me because she has 4 children and she cooks dinner each night, which I'm just so enamored with. But she will, you know, use the online and then pick up, which gives her a lot more time to spend with her family. So I love that. Okay, so that pile's done. And so I've started doing that. And I have to say, I save so much money doing that because I don't do the spontaneous purchases. You know, and I mean, I don't do like frilly purchases. It's just that I think, oh, maybe we'll get this for dessert, or maybe, you know, something like that. Whereas if I just stuck to the list, I would have been much better off. So anyways, I'll do that sometimes, but since Joey goes to, you know, he likes to go and check out things and always need one little thing here, one little thing there, or something fresh, like we like to have fresh avocados and things like that. So he'll run up and get that. And so I'll say, oh, while you're there, why don't you pick up this? And then I'll end up sending him like half a notebook list. All right, so there was another pile. So we got that done. And then the only other thing we have left are the, let me switch out. Only thing we have left are, there we go, the guest house. And I don't even know, 3, 4, 5, 6. This may be all, this may take the whole thing. Our guest house. Oops. Avalanche over there. Let's see. 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'll make a pile of 8. You don't normally get as many in a pack as you do the big ones, because I really believe these are more like, you would lay them in the powder room next to the sink and have some really nice hand towels, individual hand towels for people. At least way back in the day, I remember those, seeing those. I love this one. Very vintage. I'm sorry I keep knocking that. Okay, now this one, I don't even think I have 8. So I have 5 there. So I think I'll wait on that one and make a special pile for that. And this is the one that I really don't feel like they printed it correctly. But that's not going to impact, using it for decoupage, but it would impact. You'd have to open and fold each one itself, like that. So there's 1, 2. Yeah, that would be brother, I saved some to use, and I really like them. And I definitely can see me using some for something, to create something for 4th of July when we have our 4th of July get together. But I would have probably been frustrated if I had thought I was going to set a table with them and then had to turn each one over. And then remember these, super cute. These would go, I think you could use these almost any season. I may have purchased them, I don't know, autumn or Christmas, but I can see a cute little bunny on it for Easter dinner, or to decoupage something for Easter. I can see, some summer flowers on it or something like that. This is that one I told you about that I used to make journal cards, a backing of a journal card that turned out really cute. It covered really nice because of all the different flowers. It's kind of dense on here. Okay. We're getting there. And what I'll do is I'll wrap these up nicely. At some point, I'll be selling these, and they'll be fun either for you to use as, decoupage, or for you to just put in your napkin holder and pull out a fun one every time, or have a tea and everybody gets a different one. There are even these large ones are great because you could even wrap a small gift in, a small gift in them. So we only made 8 piles of this one. And I may make some different piles using the ones that I didn't have enough for 8. Okay. Wow, look at all we've gotten done. I really appreciate you hanging out with me while I did that. And, it's like I told my children and grandchildren, and my son-in-law, which I love, reminds me, because I get away from it as well. But when you do a little at a time, it all gets done. It all gets done. So now I've got these all done. I've got my napkins ready to go and organized. So thanks everyone for hanging out. And if you're in the neighborhood, we'd love it. You're welcome to come to our little yellow house. We'd love for you to be here with us. I hope everyone has a really great rest of the day and a super day tomorrow. Bye-bye.